Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's shout out goes to Esco Lab. Esco Lab was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and thus wins this shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of the SG107 from ZLRC. Now, ZLRC has been making a lot of drones lately. I've done quite a few reviews of theirs lately, and most recent was their SG906 Pro, which is actually a pretty good drone for the price for $150 to get a 4-axis gimbal. Or, what am I saying, 4-axis? 2-axis gimbal on it. Actually, quite a nice drone. This is their SG107 version, SG107 model. Now this one is intended for beginners, folks. Okay, this is a beginner's learn to fly drone. Okay, don't expect cinematic photography from this drone in the under $50 price range. Actually, I believe this one's $45. I think there's a $35 version. And I'll explain the differences in here shortly. But don't expect, cinematic photography. This is to get you out there, to get you into the air, get you a feel of how the controls of a drone work, and also give you a little bit taste of photography from the air, aerial video, aerial photography, FPV video, in particular for this particular drone. Okay. Don't expect this thing to go out miles. It's not. This is only going to go out to about 60, 80 meters, something like that. Something to keep close. Take to your local park and learn to fly with. Okay. That is what I want you to take out of this when we review this drone. Okay, now let's talk about the drone. What is special about the drone? Well, this is the follow-on to the SG106, which I reviewed last year. SG106 did not have folding arms. This does. Okay, this is a folding arm drone. Something to compete with, say, like the Eachine E58. It's also in the same price range as the Eachine 58, but again, a folding drone that you could actually fold up, very portable. But what also is nice with it, it comes with a nice carrying case, so you can, you don't have to throw this in your backpack like this. You can put it in the carrying case and then throw it in your backpack to wherever you're going to go fly this particular drone. So, yeah, a nice folding drone. Now, what other thing is special about this? This comes in several versions, but the version I got has optical flow sensor in the belly. Okay, I believe ZLRC is providing this with 1080p optical flow version, a 4K optical flow version, and then their cheapest version they're calling 4K without optical flow. I don't recommend that one, folks, okay, unless you want to learn to fly manually, because that one's going to drift. What's important about optical flow, and to get the ones with the optical flow sensor, is that this little sensor is a camera that looks at the ground while the drone is flying. And by looking at the ground, it is able to maintain its position and hover automatically without you preventing it from drifting. It shouldn't drift. I'm sure it will drift on occasions when a big gust of wind comes along or it's not properly calibrated, its gyros aren't properly calibrated. But if you calibrate the gyros properly, it should hold its position steady above the ground without you maneuvering the controls. Other things about it, again, I mentioned 4K camera. I sincerely doubt this is a true 4K camera. Okay, they are advertising this particular one, with the ability of producing video at 2048 by 1080 pixels at 20 frames per second, and producing photos. Now, this is why they call it 4K, of 4096 by 3072 pixels. I'm almost certain that is interpolated from a lower image sensor, which is there's probably really a 1080p sensor inside this thing. And then they use the app to enlarge still images. I'm almost certain about that. We'll find out when we go flying. To enlarge still images to that bigger size, that larger 4096 by 3072 pixels. So if you're wanting to save money, a little bit of money, it's only $4 cheaper. There's the 1080p version with, I believe it has optical flow also. You have to check on the site, but I'm pretty sure that it also has optical flow. They also have a 4K version without optical flow, and that's about $10 to $12 cheaper than this version here. I think it's $35 or $34, something like that. But again, and that I don't, that's not true 4K. For one thing, you're not going to get a 4K drone for $35. Trust me, folks, that you're not. Okay, but it does not have the optical flow sensor, and again, that would be almost like getting the Eachine E58 drone, which is out there. You know, this is the competitor to it. So, but this I don't remember. I'm almost certain the E58 does not have an optical flow sensor. So this is a jump above that particular drone. Okay, other things about this drone. I mentioned carrying case, optical flow. I'm going to go over the controller. This has a feature that I haven't seen in drones for years. Okay, it was a fun feature. It also is known for burning out motors. So I don't know how cool it is to have it installed in this latest drone, but we'll talk about here shortly when I go over the controller. But other things about the drone, its lens can be swiveled up or down 90 degrees, so you can actually point this all the way down at the ground. Like so. You got to manually do this with your fingers before flight. So you can adjust it for a view angle that pleases you. I like looking at the ground one. I like to do rocket takeoffs. I put the drone right over my head and go up into the sky. That comes in cool. Yeah, that's a cool thing to have. Let's see. Lens swivels 90 degrees. It has a 3.7 volt, 1200 milliampere hour battery. So this is its battery, folks. Let me give you a little close up of the battery. It is charged via a micro USB port right there, and you get the little micro USB cable for charging it right here. You recommend using a wall charger for faster charges, but this is a size that you could actually charge in your computer too, I believe, through your computer's USB port. But that wouldn't provide you as much power as using an actual dedicated wall charger for this type of wall charger you use with your phone. But again, this particular 1200 milliampere hour battery is predicted to give 15 minutes of flight time. We'll see if that's true. I believe the SG107 or 106 had a 1600 milliampere hour battery that gave me, I believe, 15 minutes of flight time. So we'll see. Maybe it is. Maybe this is lighter than the SG106. And let's talk about the weight. This thing is well under 250 grams. You do not have to worry about registering this particular drone. Okay, so most countries, this does not require registration. I think Canada does because it's got a camera. Canada has some weird laws as compared to the rest of the world, but the drone police there are a little bit more restrictive. So we'll see. And finally, this uses the ZL Toys app, ZL.Toys app, available in Google Play and iTunes. But what's special about the Wi-Fi of this particular drone is it's 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Okay, that means that all phones can use this. You don't need a special phone or a newer phone with 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. Don't worry about that with this drone. This drone should work with all phones. Okay, it should. I can't say it will, because I'm sure there are going to be instances where there is going to be a difference or a problem, but again, most phones should not have a problem using this. Now with that app, we get FPV video. We also get gesture controls for starting and stopping photos, and it does have an optical follow me, supposedly. That's good for within 1 to 3 meters of the drone, and usually that is just the drone will turn and point itself toward you if you stay within 1 to 3 meters of it. So it's just a gee-whiz function. Usually those don't work very well, so I don't expect this one to work very well either, those optical flow on these cheaper toy drones. Now let's go over the controller. This is its controller. It's actually a nice controller. It has these hands that swivel downward, and that turns on the controller when you bring them all the way down, like that. It's run by two, I believe, AAA batteries. Yeah, AAA batteries in the back. So that's what powers this particular drone. Again, the range on this is only about, control range is only going to be about 60 to 80 meters, something like that, since this is 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi flyer. Why is that? It's because Wi-Fi is 2.4 gigahertz, and so is this controller operating at 2.4 gigahertz. So this will create some interference between the Wi-Fi and the control of the drone. So again, don't expect ranges greater than about 60 to 80 meters. You get out past that and you're going to start to lose control of the drone. And the drone should, if you do lose control of the drone, we're going to find out today, it should be able to land itself after flying out of range of this controller. Also, as you're flying further distance using the controller with the drone and also running Wi-Fi, expect to see Wi-Fi lag, Wi-Fi frame dropping, skipping, video skipping, as because of the interference. Okay, and in that case, you might want to consider also being able to fly the drone with your phone. Okay, if you don't use the controller, you should see less interference in the Wi-Fi and maybe get a little more range. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I can't guarantee that though. Let's talk about the buttons of the controller. Every one of them is nicely labeled, folks. This is your speed button for adjusting the rates of the drone. What I mean is the maximum pitch angle, which adjusts the maximum speed of the drone. It does have one key return. This is odd. This is not return to home and landing. This is what this does. When you hit this return button, the drone will fly the opposite direction it was pointed when it took off. Okay, so if it was pointed away from you and you stay flying in that direction where it was pointed, it will generally fly back in your general direction. But if you fly anywhere else, it may actually fly away from you. So I don't recommend one key return. I recommend avoiding one key return. It does also have headless mode, which you activate by pressing this button here, and that enables the drone to point in any direction, and this would always be forward, this will always be back, this will always be left or right. And headless mode comes into play when you're doing panning or flyaway panning shots. What's that called? Crane shots. You can do that using headless mode. And this button here is the one I was talking about, folks. This has this feature I haven't seen in years, and that is flipping. 3D roll. You can actually flip this drone. I might do one or two just to demonstrate it. I don't recommend doing a lot of flips though, because flips are notorious for burning out motors, and this is a brush motor drone, so you would want to preserve your motor. So I do one or two, say, just to do a gee whiz. Oh yeah, it does work, and then stop at that point. Okay. It does have automatic takeoff, automatic landing, which you activate by pressing that button here. It does have emergency stop, so be very careful, folks. Don't press this button unless your drone ends up in a tree or it crashes. Then press that button to preserve its motors if its motors are still trying to turn. That's what it's for. That's emergency stop. But if you're flying and you accidentally bump this, it might actually drop from the sky, so don't be careful with that button there. And we can start and stop video and take a photo using these buttons here, and they did work last night when I was flying this around my house. And you can fly this indoors. It's small enough, and you also get prop guards. I'll explain that here shortly. So that is the controller. And let's finally finish with what else do we get in the box. Oh, by the way, these are fake antennas. Don't expect these to be real antennas. They're just for decoration on this particular controller. But we get the charger also. We get 2 spare propellers and a screw for installing those propellers. And we get prop guards. And if you fly indoors, I recommend putting these on. If you're flying indoors, these will protect your props indoors. But if you're going outdoors, take these off, okay? And the reason you want to take these off is these act like sails in the wind. They will degrade flight performance, especially if there's any wind. It's going to reduce flight time also by putting these on them. And also, finally, if you crash high up in a tree, these act like Christmas tree ornaments, and your drone will become a permanent ornament in that tree if these are attached. So, outdoors, take them off. So, that's the ZLRC SG107. Let's take it out into the field, folks, and see how it flies. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. And we are out at one of my favorite flying fields, and we're ready to fly the SG107. Okay, to start up the drone, we need to first turn it on. We press this on-off button, and notice the lights come on, and they flash. Now, these lights flash when the drone is not recording. And when the drone is recording video, they go solid, folks, believe it or not. I think it would be the other way around, but that's how it is. Now, to turn on the controller, you bring both of the phone holder handles down, and that automatically turns it on. And to bind it to the drone, up, down on the throttle. So we are almost ready to fly. Next thing I need to do is connect the Wi-Fi of my phone to the drone and then turn on the app. So hold on, folks, while I do that. Okay, folks, this is the ZL Toys app available on Google Play and iTunes. And next thing we do is hit start, and we should see FPV video here shortly. And we do. Okay, now right now it's saying adapting to my phone, and it's finished. So I'm going to hit submit. So we should be ready to go. Now before we take off, I am going to hit the photo recording button, or the video recording button, and watch the lights. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they start to flash, so we know it is recording. And all I need to do now is hit automatic takeoff. So let's do that. Let's see how it holds its position. Well, that optical flow does not seem to be working properly. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Now it's It didn't like the grass for some reason. Okay, it's working properly now. So it drifted a bit. Let's see if it holds its position there. Let's go up a bit higher. Well, it's holding. I wouldn't give this thing, you know, I wouldn't expect this to hold very well on a breezy day, but it's on a day like today, it's holding its position. Very little wind today. But first off, let's get off with my famous, how do you like my shirt today, folks? Okay, so that's out of the way. And I'm going to stop the video recording real quick because I want to demonstrate the photos. So video is recorded. Now, when you press the photo button, you have to wait about 10 seconds or so until it takes the photo. And the reason being is that it's, again, interpolating that photo to, there, it just finished interpolating the photo and storing it to your phone. So give it about 15-20 seconds between photos. Let's take another one. And the lights on the drone go out and come back on as it takes the photo, but again, you got to wait 20 seconds. And there, my photo just took, and one more. Okay, the photo has been taken now, but you got to wait 20 seconds before it records it. And let's see it record. There we go, it's done. Okay, next thing I want to do is down in the lower right corner of the window, see it says flight mode. Let's turn off flight mode and hit submit. And we are in master mode. Now it's looking at me. Now I'm going to press that blue box. It turns to red. And let's see what happens. Let's see if it can follow me as I move. I'm going to move over here first. What's it going to do? Nothing. No, it's slowly turning toward me. Okay, let me get a little closer. Let me bring it down a bit. Is that box still red? It's still red. I'm getting closer toward it. Box is still red, but will it follow me? I don't know. Now remember, I got to stay within 1 to 3 meters. The box is still red. I'm 1 meter, about 2 meters away. So I'm going over here. Will it follow me? No. So the follow me feature seems to be iffy. Maybe I need to fly this with the phone only to be able to activate that feature, but I've never seen those work properly with these particular drones. Let's see what type of altitude we can get. Let's turn it a bit. Oh, notice how it drifts a lot when you turn. And let's push forward. Now I'm going to go up. Give it a throttle. And it's holding its position. Actually, it's holding its position better than it did when it was down low. Although it's wobbling a bit. Let's go up a bit higher. Is it holding its position there? I am a good, I don't know, 20 feet in the air. And it seems to be doing it. One higher. Still holding position. Okay, now I'm going to rotate and it's going to move. These always do. I want to rotate to the left. Let's put it that way. Rotate it toward me. And coming back down. So we can go about 20 feet in the air, 30 feet in the air. And bringing it back down. Now there's another feature I wanted to show that this has. Coming down lower. In the upper right corner. Okay, am I recording video? No, I'm not. Okay, let's hit the record button on the video. The recording is started. Is it following me? I don't know. Okay, record button is started. In the upper right corner, those 3 lines, let's hit that. And let's hit alternate reality. And actually, before we do that, let's go back into master mode. I want to go in master mode, hit submit. Then go back to this. Upper right corner. Oh, that doesn't activate. You got to be in flight mode to do this. So upper right corner, alternate reality, and I want to show you something. We can have, let me get back in the video. Let's hit the dancing girls. Dancing girl animation. Oh, it doesn't work. It was working yesterday. Let's try that one. You know, oh, there we go. The dancing girls. I don't know why they put that in there, but it slows it down, folks. I don't know. There goes the other dancing girl. Hi. Why did I put that in there? So that is a feature it has. I just wanted to demonstrate that. So coming out of that, other things, let's try the waypoints. Now I'm going to draw a line forward and see if it flies that. Again, that might be another feature that has to be activated while flying it with the drone. So unfortunately, we're going to turn that off. I hit split screen. I don't want split screen. Waypoints is off. So, you know what, folks? I haven't done the 3D roll yet. Let's do that. Okay, I'm still recording. Let me stop that recording real quick. Turning it back toward me. Let's go over here. And video recording is stopped. I want to get over here so I have the sun in my face. Starting the video recording one more time, and let's do a flip. So hitting the roll button, and then I tell which direction to flip. I haven't seen these in a drone in years, folks, but there it is. Another flip. Let's do a forward flip. Again, limit doing these because these are known for burning out motors. How about a backflip? Backflip. So it can do flips. That's all I'm going to do. Again, remember, limit doing those because those really stress motors. Okay. Now, the video that I'm seeing is not really 4K. I'm not sure it's actually 1080p either. Again, keep in mind, this is a toy drone meant to learn to fly. Let's just fly around. And also, it's meant to learn to fly in the distances I'm flying right now. You go out any further, the Wi-Fi gets even worse than what you're seeing right now. Okay, and that again is because of the interference of the phone with the controller. Let me go back to master mode. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can get it to recognize, or maybe I need to go up here. Let's turn that off. Upper right corner. Yeah, there it is, hand gestures. And submit. Let's see if I can get it to start or stop video. Coming down lower. Oh, I lost Wi-Fi. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing a lot of lag right now, too. Yeah. So coming closer. Well, it's not going to see it. So we're going to turn that feature off. That's also creating lag, it seems. So we'll fly it around. Let's try the controller. Now again, meant to learn to fly, hit submit. And let me turn off the video. Video off. And then come back in. Is the lag increasing? What I am going to do is I want to land it on the pad and adjust its camera. And we're going to point it downward. And I'm going to do a panning video. And just land it. I'm going to land it right there. And let's go over here and point this camera about 30 degrees down or 40 degrees down, like that. And the reason I want to do that is we're going to do headless mode and do a pan. So that should be it. And we're going to go in that direction, so I want to point the drone in that direction for takeoff. And starting the video camera. And is the video camera started? Yes. Automatic takeoff. And turning the drone around, bringing it back toward me. And well, we're not in headless mode yet. There we go. Oh, I guess this is the direction it wants to go in headless mode. Back, right, forward, back. Well, headless mode, and this one's a little iffy. Which is that's the direction pointing forward. Forward. Okay, up and away. And the video is not recording. I appear to have lost the connection with the Wi-Fi. So we're going to turn off headless mode. And come back down and stop the video recording. And bring it back over. and reconnect to the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi we have lost. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to turn off the controller. Let me bring it down lower. I want to see what happens when you lose connection with the controller. So, controller coming off. Oh, actually, that was an emergency stop. I'm sorry. That was not a controller coming off. Let me connect the drone, bit my tongue there, with the app, and we'll continue flying. So hold on, folks. Okay, I've connected with the app. Let me hit start on the app. See if we got video, and we do. And it's pointed downward. And I want to turn off that master mode. That master mode is really creating a lot of lag, so I don't recommend using that if you don't really need it. Okay, starting the video camera again. And is the video recording? No, it's not. Okay, how about try it again? Hold on. Will it take off? Okay, it's taken off. So we still got power. And it's recording to my screen, but oh, that's why it's not recording. That was our flight time, folks. It don't want to fly no more. That's why it was not recording again. See the rapid flashing now? Okay, recording, that's the flight time you get with this. So, my thoughts, you know, it's a good beginner's drone. Meant for beginners. Let me get the sun this way. Meant for beginners. Let me raise the camera back up again so you can see me on the recording by Mamazin. Activating the follow me features. Let me see my face here. Activating the follow me features creates a significant lag. Okay, it's doing too much. It's doing a lot of processing power for my older phone. But again, keep in mind, people that are interested in this drone probably also have older phones. So don't be, poo-pooing it because, oh, he's using an old phone. Keep in mind, other people that would buy a $30, $40, $50 drone also have old phones. So keep that. Remember that. Other than that, though, it is a good beginner's drone. Easy to fly, relatively easy to fly. It gives you a taste of in-flight video, FPV video. I would not recommend trying to fly at FPV because there's always going to be some Wi-Fi lag. But you can see what the drone is seeing while it's in the air, and record and stop, take some short videos while it's up there too. So, good beginner's drone overall. So that's the SG107. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.